Iranian missiles hit 5 key U.S. bases. Tehran Times. Jewish symbolism surrounds timing of U.S.-Israel attack on Iran. Lay down weapons or face certain death. What Trump said after U.S.-Israel attack Iran. Iran's President Pezeshkian, safe and sound, state media. Israeli strikes hit southern Lebanon. At least 5 U.S. military bases in the region were hit by Iranian missile strikes, according to reports from Iranian media. The attacks are described as Iran's response to recent U.S. and Israeli strikes on Tehran and several other cities on Saturday. The reported targets include Al Udeid Air Base in Qatar, Al Salmiya Base in Kuwait, Al Dhafra Air Base in the United Arab Emirates, the U.S. Fifth Fleet Base in Bahrain, and King Hussein Air Base in Jordan. Air raid sirens were activated across Kuwait, Bahrain, and the UAE following the missile launches, regional media reported. Separately, explosions were also reported in Israel, including Tel Aviv, Jerusalem, and Beersheba. The United States and Israel carried out strikes on targets in several Iranian cities on Saturday, the 28th of February. Explosions and columns of smoke were reported over the capital, Tehran. The attacks took place ahead of the Jewish holiday of Purim. During this period, Jewish worshippers traditionally read Zachor, a passage from the Old Testament. The reading, drawn from the book of Deuteronomy, recalls an unprovoked attack by the ancient nation of Amalek against the Israelites, and includes a command to remember and ultimately erase Amalek's legacy once the Israelites are settled in their land. In Jewish tradition, the passage is publicly recited before Purim as part of the religious obligation to remember Amalek, regarded as Israel's archetypal enemy. U.S. President Donald Trump has issued a warning to members of Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, calling on them to lay down their weapons or face what he described as certain death. In a video message released on Saturday, the 28th of February, as the United States and Israel carried out strikes on Iran, Trump said those who did not resist would be granted what he called, quote, complete immunity, while warning of severe consequences for those who continued fighting. Trump reiterated that the United States would not allow Iran to obtain a nuclear program, restating Washington's long-standing position on the issue. Addressing the Iranian public, he said, "The hour of your freedom is at hand," urging citizens to take control of their government once the military operations concluded. He also warned residents to remain indoors, describing conditions outside as dangerous amid ongoing strikes. Trump stated that major combat operations were underway, with the stated objective of destroying Iran's missile capabilities and naval forces. He said the U.S. military's goal was to eliminate what he described as imminent threats posed by the Iranian government. Iranian President Masoud Pezeshkian is safe following U.S. and Israeli strikes on Iran, according to state media reports on Friday, the 28th of February. Iran's official news agency IRNA, along with the Mehr and ISNA agencies, said the president was safe and sound and had not been harmed. The Israeli military carried out a series of airstrikes across southern Lebanon on Saturday, targeting the Al Tufa region and the town of Markaba, according to local and international reports. The strikes reportedly hit areas including Blat, Wadi Barghouti, and elevated positions in the Al Tufa region. In Markaba, quadcopter drones were reported to have dropped explosive devices for the third time. The Israel Defense Forces said the attacks targeted Hezbollah infrastructure. However, Al Jazeera correspondents reported that the strikes largely hit open areas in forests and hills. No casualties were reported at the time. The attacks come amid continued violations of a ceasefire agreement reached in November 2024. According to the United Nations, more than 300 people have been killed since the ceasefire took effect, including 127 civilians. Recent incidents include a strike in Kfar Dan on Thursday that killed a 16-year-old Syrian boy and injured 29 others, as well as strikes last week in the Bekaa Valley and the Ain el-Hilweh Palestinian refugee camp that killed at least 12 people.